My name is Svetlana Faulkner and I'm happy to welcome you to this course on Festive Fern. With the help of this course, you will learn how to make a number of different ferns, from more simple to more complicated ones, and a wide variety of pieces with them, anything from headbands, halos, head trims, or even brooches if you decide to. Your ferns can be more stylized, like you can see now, or more realistic. It's all up to you. We will need just a few tools, and you can get away without using any millinery flower making tools if you don't have them. So just few tools and some fabrics, even leather if you prefer to work with this material. So without further delay, let's begin. Here are just a couple of examples of fern pieces that you will be able to create after you have done this course. As you can see, I've really explored the metallic fabrics here. Because I'm filming this before Christmas, so it feels really festive, and it works really well for this stylized, realistic but stylized fern frond. You are welcome to use other fabrics as well. Silks like Dupioni will work really well here, and they come in nice finishes, including some metallic threads as well. You can try and use lace with some light silk and other combinations. It's totally up to you. Also, you can obviously color your fabrics and make green ferns or gray ferns or other colors. These pieces will look very nice in stylized colors, navy blue, you know, or even black. Anything black with some shiny backing will look quite stylish, and again like a hint of festive sparkle there, but not too much. So there's lots of different options. You're welcome to use the fabrics that you have. I'm also offering a couple of types of DIY kits if you want to try these particular fabrics. You can get a gold finish or silver finish fabrics for yourself to try. Again, there's different finishes on the ferns as well here. So there's a headband. This one is going to go stitched onto a headpiece. Another style with just one type of leaf and some tassel flowers. You can even make a brooch if you reduce your template. And you can make the in festive or again realistic colors like green. We're going to do this headpiece with a more simple style of fern, which is done all cut out as one piece, and you can use leather as well if you want. This is a leather one. Also, we are going to do a more complicated, complex fern frond like this one, where all the leaves are done separately and then assembled together. So there's a good technique here of a neat assembly of a long branch, as you can say, and this can also go over the headband. It can make an asymmetrical headpiece. It can make a really large statement brooch over a shoulder, you know, attached to a dress. So there's lots of different options, not only headpieces but other things as well if you want to explore the topic further. Now it's time to have a look at what materials and tools you will need for this course. You won't need much for making this fern frond, really. I'm going to start with the fabrics. Again, we've already talked a little bit about them, but just to show you again what can be used. These are all metallic fabrics and metallic lace, for example, that you can use. All the fabrics need to be pre-stiffened. There will be a link to a blog post with a video how to do it. If you don't use fabrics that are already pre-stiffened, you'll use just the simple fabrics that you purchased yourself from a haberdashery or fabric store. You will need to pre-stiffen them yourself. If you are opting for a DIY kit from me, these fabrics will already be pre-stiffened and ready to use. So as I said, they come in either silver finish or golden finish, and the fabrics are of different weights. So the main fabric is quite heavy metallic satin. The backing fabric is medium weight, and they're both opaque. So that's why I don't have to dye the wires in this case. If your fabrics are more transparent, like lace for example, you might want to use golden wires, or cover your wires with some lightweight or medium weight metallic fabrics. This golden fabric is a lightweight one. You can see it's kind of see-through. So there are different options to try. You can also try silks, either satin silk, but it might be a bit too fray, so fraying too much. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. Perhaps Gipione silk would work better. Also, you can try even velvet. Some densely woven velvet could work as well, and can be backed with one of these lightweight or medium weight shiny fabrics if you want, or just plain silks. It's all up to you. So there's different options to try depending on the effect that you want to achieve. So feel free to go through your fabrics and choose the ones you have. Really the main requirement is that the fabric is, the main fabric has a bit of body, because you want the leaves to, to have a bit of body on them. But otherwise, and not fray too much, let's say, but otherwise you can use lots of different fabrics, because the leaves don't really have a deep 3D shape. So the fabrics that are not suitable for roses will work really well here. So fabrics aside, you will need obviously some nice sharp scissors, you'll need wire cutters, you will need a pen, depending on where you are tracing, you might want a contrasting pen, or perhaps a blending pen, so which is not showing much, but you can still see it. So in case if something is left, it can, it can be hidden more or less. You will need a pair of tweezers as well, and if you don't have millinery tools, tweezers will help you shape the fabrics, or the leaves a little bit at least, so like highlight the main wire and things like that. So I would recommend to have at least the tweezers. Then you will need glue. I have two pots. One is quite thick glue for assembly, and another one is slightly more liquid glue for backing. If you don't have two, have just one, which allows you to do both jobs perhaps, but you can wait a little bit longer when assembling to make sure that the glue sets before moving on, so give it a bit of more time if it's a bit on the liquid side. Obviously you'll need some wires as well, so some thicker wires for the central stem of your fern. I would recommend gauge maybe 20, 22, perhaps even 18 if it's really long and you want it to be really firm. And there's some quite thin wires for side leaflets, so this is 28, 26 perhaps. I would say 24 would be a little bit bulky, so 28, 26 is a good option. My wires are covered with thin rice paper, and that will allow me to dye the wires if I need to match them. But in this course I'm not dyeing anything, because I've chosen to go with these festive fabrics, and I've chosen them in a way that I don't have to dye my wires, because they're not showing anywhere. If your wires will be showing, then you'll need to dye them in the matching colors. You'll need a stick for the glue. Also some choice of findings, perhaps if it's a headpiece, a headband, unless you're making your own. You can have a brooch pin if it's a smaller brooch piece, or other, maybe a hat or headpiece that you're going to mount your fern front on. So that's lots of options again are possible. These are optional. If you want to follow my instructions on how to decorate the fern stem with some fabrics, extra layer of fabric and some beads, you can do that. I'm using some matching threads in gold and silver and some suitable beads in these colors. This is, as I said, optional, but if you want to do it, you need to prepare those as well. This course can be completed without any flower making tools, but I am showing how to shape the leaves using flower making tools. And if you decide that you want to try this method as well, here is a handy essential set for leaf shaping, which you can also purchase and do the same shaping as I'm showing in this course. This is it for all the tools and supplies, and we're ready to start making.